Hi and welcome to our program. Today we are visiting Cine Museum. Let's check out what Jens and Emma have to show us. Let's go. Yeah, so this is the Passion and Profession exhibition, which is about different aspects of science and research fields. We have a lot of different research fields in here.
It's also very interactive as the last one.
Yeah. And I'd like to show you the heart display we have here, because it's the biggest eye catcher in my opinion. We have hearts from different species. So we have...
this is actually one
pig's heart. Yeah, that's
I thought it was a bit that came out together.
Yeah, it's from a rat. And then we have a giraffe, a mouse, and a human heart, and from a pilot whale. So very big heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have the dog and the crocodile heart.
I once read something, I don't know if this is accurate, probably it's not, that a whale's heart, maybe not this species, but another one, was as big as a car? Something?
Oh yeah, that's the blue whale.
Okay, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
That's a thing.
That it was
I've read that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, you can see the similarities and the differences between the different hearts. And you can come here at the museum, you can listen to the different heart rates of the hearts, because they're quite different. So the mouse heart, it beats very fast compared to the pilot whale.
Yeah. And which liquid is this? How do they stay? How do you keep the hearts?
They're fixed with the strings, and then they're just staying in place and in some kind of it's formalin. I don't know the English word, but it's not gonna degrade or anything. It's just gonna stay like this.
Ugh, this looks so weird
when
it's not red, because usually it's full of blood, obviously. So it's very red.
Yeah, and it's very exciting for our visitors to come and see, because it's not every day you get to see real hearts.
Yeah.
And not explained like this.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Creepy.
And actually the giraffe's heart was donated by a zoo physiologist. We have some of the curiosities from his office over here.
This is cool.
And he was very interested in the giraffe. You can see the skull of the giraffe up there.
Oh my god, that looks weird.
Yeah. So
why doesn't they have such a big space between the front teeth and the back teeth? I didn't even know that was a thing.
Just grabbing the leaves maybe with the front teeth, and then
That is so weird.
But he was very interested in the giraffe because they have such a high blood pressure, and they wanted to transfer that to humans, to see if they could use some of the knowledge about the giraffe's physiology.
Okay, so he was doing research on animals, but it was mostly to relate to humans. It was not purely.
Yeah, he was also just very curious and interested in all sorts of animals. You see, he has snakes too.
Is this real? I mean, were they? I mean, they are still real, even if they're dead.
They're real. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So he's traveled a lot and looked at a lot of exotic animals.
And did you build this from what the museum knew that he looked like, kind of what he read and something, or is this also donated?
It is donated entirely from him. So it's curiosities and books that he has gathered through the time. But I've heard that his office actually looked like this. So he has a lot of things, and he's a collector.
Yeah, this is super cool.
That himself, yeah.
Did you mention he was Danish, or?
Yeah, he's Danish. He works here at the university.
He is.
Yeah.
Sorry. It seems like when you see this type of exotic things, it seems like it's from so long ago.
Yeah.
You know. Wow.
Yeah, quite a collection.
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah.
And so this is
him talking, so you can hear about the giraffes and his studies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Giraffes. Okay. This is fun. I thought it would be more oriented.
Yeah, but it's very quite different aspects.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. And then I also like to talk about animal testing with our visitors, because that separates people quite a lot.
Yeah.
If that's okay to do, to use course. Animals.
No, that is not okay to do. I thought you were asking something else.
Yeah. So over here we have this experiment exhibit, and because a major part of research is conducting experiments, and we have this rat. It's a real rat.
Ew.
Yeah, just to show how you can use animal for models, modeling, the human physiology as well.
Okay.
So here they have cut open an artery, and then they have closed it together very poorly, and then like provoking blood clotting.
Okay.
And then they can use this as a model to and treat the rat and see if they can overcome this blood clotting and use it to transfer to humans and for drug testing.
So it's mostly like for practices and not for like products or something like this. What this part is about?
Yeah. We haven't. They also use animals in cosmetics and stuff, but this is more, in the physiology field. Yeah.
And how do kids usually react to these things? Do they already have an opinion like this is very wrong?
Yeah.
Or
I actually have a task that I would like you to do because this always surprises people. So we have some animals on this blackboard, and I would like you to like rate them from which animals you think I use the most and the least.
the animal that's what? The most?
That use the most for animal testing.
Okay.
And the least, because it's quite surprising.
Okay, so I'm guessing that pigs are very used because they're very similar to humans, right?
Yeah.
Then monkeys also, but rats are kind of easier, I would say. So maybe with this. I don't think fishes are so much. Okay. I don't know. I think these two are kind of in the same place for me. Okay.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe this would be here. I don't know. Okay. I don't know anyway. So.
Yeah. So you said that the pigs looked a lot like humans, and that's true. So pigs are used, but rats and mice are used more commonly because they are so easy to. Yeah. They breed a lot and they're easy to feed and just
Okay. So this would actually be.
Yeah.
Like this.
Exactly. Because pigs, they age very slowly, like humans, and that has its benefits, but it's also very time-consuming, and they eat a lot of,
Yeah, it's, I guess it's a bit different to keep a pig than a rat or a mouse.
A bit more pricey.
Yeah.
Apes are actually not used in Denmark. It's used in some Asian countries, but not as much anymore.
So this is more specifically about Denmark.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, no problem.
And then you put cats and dogs, and that is very surprising always because cats and dogs are used, but those are animals that we cherish a lot because we keep them as pets. So many children are very sad about this.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But they are actually, even though the pig has overtaken the dog a bit.
Okay.
Because they found out that the pig was very more similar to humans than the dog. And actually the fish goes all the way up here.
What?
Yeah.
That makes no sense in my head.
And then fish, and then rats. We use a lot of fish. And it's just because they breed a lot, so they have a lot of offspring, and they're very good for drug testing because they can absorb the drugs directly from the water.
But if they are so different from us,
but actually they're not that different.
Okay, why?
Their embryology, their way of growing is actually quite similar, and they have the same organs as we do.
Okay.
So they're used a lot, actually. Yeah.
I had no idea.
No, and that's also very surprising. And the chickens aren't used that much. No.
Yeah, this also mixes things like. I once saw that there was this image that it has kind of the same animals. Maybe it has like a horse and a cow or something like this. And it was for us to also rate it in like what would you eat and what would you not, kind of. And it's so weird to see where the line lies. And I think this is related to like pets, so people are more like
close to them.
But like pigs or something that people are used to eat is like okay, we already eat.
And rats, they're just
something that people don't really
found in
like.
the sewers.
So
yeah, so that's always quite surprising.
and so how do children react to this usually? You said it was very surprising. Do you think it changes something?
Yeah, I think they get something to think about in relation to the animals, and yeah, it's quite surprising. And also the cosmetics and drugs that they take every day has probably almost everything has probably been tested on animals.
Yeah, yeah. I think when we think about people experimenting on animals, it goes more directly to skincare type of thing and products than necessarily like medical procedures or something.
But they're used a lot for medical procedures as well. And but it's important to say that it's only used when it's a necessity. So when you have used on all simpler models that you can, and you have to get a lot of permits, licenses to do this.
Yeah, but it's so weird how is this acceptable?
Yeah.
Like, where's the ethical
but
line?
without it, it would take a much longer time for us to discover.
Yeah.
And,
It's just another example how men just took over everything.
Yeah.
Now we are the best and we do whatever we want with another species. Wow.
Yeah. So a lot of ethics combined with this.
And you were mentioning earlier that
these are artificial heart valves. So it is plastic heart valves, and
so for medical procedures also.
Yeah. So for testing, if they could replace heart valves. So if you have a non-functional heart valve,
and these
you can get one. These are from animals. So they have tried with pigs' heart valves to replace the human one. And see if that could work.
Did it work?
I think it did. They did an experiment with it. Yeah.
And these ones are also?
Those are. I think these.
This looks like an eye.
Yeah. Yeah, it's different. Yeah, but.
Yeah, it's mechanical.
Yeah.
Okay.
They tried with some metallic ones, but they found out that they degraded in the heart, so they have to find other types. Yeah.
It seems so big though. But this is for human.
Yeah, right? I think so. Yeah.
Oh my God, 6,500 euros.
Yeah.
For this tiny piece of something.
Quite expensive.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, and this one, that's the metallic one. I think it was taken off the market. So that's not being used because it degraded. Created some kind of
so these
bubbles.
ones are the alternatives?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we have a model that an engineer made. So it makes some noises every 2 minutes in here. Yeah, you can see now. So it's
for the valve?
Yeah. So it's a model of the heart. So we have the two chambers and then a valve in the middle.
Ah. Okay, I understand why it seems like an eye now.
Yeah. So every 2 minutes or so it bubbles.
Yeah. Wow, it's so weird. I never thought that this would represent a heart.
Yeah.
Or
so that's just a simple model.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different models you can do.
So you explain a little bit of anatomy also in here?
Not that much. If people want to know, then yes.
Okay,
it's
so
very
maybe
free.
This part is like more anatomy related, or is it also about experimenting, or it's more to show?
It's to show the blood system.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's special. It's been specially made. This is a glass.
Looks really
system.
Cool.
Yeah, it's very nice, and it shows the oxygenized and the deoxygenized blood.
But it doesn't move, right? It's steady.
Yeah,
that would be so cool.
Yeah, it would. I can bring that up.
Please do. So what else? Here?
I like to talk about Jens Christian Skov, which is the recent Danish Nobel Prize receiver. And we have his entire office, which has been moved.
Okay, I did not expect this.
Yeah, it has been moved from the university where he has.
Wow.
He has been researching in it for 40 years or so, and it led to him receiving a Nobel Prize in '97. So that's very cool.
Yeah.
And he also used animal models. He used crabs. So he went down to the harbor every day and gathered a lot of crabs and brought them to his office.
Crabs?
Yeah, so crabs from the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was named the smelly office because it smelled so bad from all the crabs. And he boiled them and he studied the nerves of the crabs.
Okay. Did he boil them alive?
I don't know actually.
Okay. I'm assuming yes.
I don't
Probably.
know. I wouldn't know. But yeah.
But what about the nervous?
Yeah, he was interested in finding out how nerves could signal each other, because it was known that the charge inside and outside the nerve cell was different, but no one knew what made this difference.
Okay.
And he was the first one to think that there could be a protein in the membrane which transported ions in and out of the cell.
Okay.
So he took these nerve cells and he looked at them and he boiled them and mashed them. So we had this mash of nerves from the crabs.
Okay.
And then he added a lot of different salts and found out that when he added potassium and sodium, something happened. So there was a reaction.
Okay.
And this was how he found out about the potassium-sodium ATPase, which is a protein that transports sodium and potassium across the membrane.
Okay.
Yeah. A bit technical, but very cool.
How do you explain this to kids?
Yeah, like this, and then we have a model over here of the protein, and we have schematic video here which shows the transport.
So this is a protein?
Yeah. So it's very big scale. And it's a protein that's found in all cells of the human body and in animals, so it's very important.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is what keeps our cells from not bursting. Also.
Okay. What do you mean by bursting?
So they can keep their shape and actually be cells. So it's a very important protein.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is a bit easier for children to understand. Yeah. But this is
it's kind of like a gate.
Yeah, exactly.
And what is this yellow and?
So this is this was potassium, and this is sodium, and this is ATP. So that is the energy molecule used in a body. So this is what drives this exchange to happen.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a bit technical, but
a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you have like how do you say it? Daily applications of this discovery? Like you mentioned that it's important because everybody has it and it keeps the shape of the cell. What other things? Was there any other things that came out of this? Or
actually, it's just a major discovery because it was such a crazy idea he had with this protein being in the membrane. No one had thought of this before, that there could be proteins in a membrane, and since then several proteins has been discovered to be sitting in the membrane of our cells. So it's an entire new field of pumps in the membrane. Yeah. So.
And why is it unlikely for a protein to be in a membrane? Like, why was it such a crazy idea?
I don't know. It's just it hadn't come to mind. I think back then. And it's also funny to think that there was a time where everything was new. Now we have known this since the 50s, where he discovered it. Before that, it was just.
Yeah, it's really hard to change your brain into imagining this not existing, not being a possibility.
Exactly.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
And what do we have? That space?
Yeah, over here we have his actually his Nobel Prize that he won. That he received.
Wow.
Yeah. And this part is about acknowledgement. So this is, of course, a great acknowledgement, the biggest of all. But we also have a small picture up here, which...
is it a baby?
Yeah, I think so. It's a picture that one of the doctors at the university hospital, he received from one of his patients that he helped dealing with incontinence.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this also applies to incontinence?
Yeah, we have the Center of Incontinence.
Okay.
Yeah, on the university hospital. So this is just a doctor who received this, and he thought that this was a great acknowledgement for him, for his work. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is the person who won?
Yeah, this is the person who won.
And
Jens Christian Skov, and this is
the other
Jens
doctor.
Christian Djurhus. They're both Jens Christian, that's funny.
Yeah, I was a bit confused. Are they related somehow?
He's the one who received the picture.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Now I get it.
So it's just, you can come here and you can write how you feel appreciated, when you feel appreciated, because you can be that in very different ways. And this acknowledgement. So you can come and write when you thought you felt the most appreciated.
And it's not necessarily related to science.
No,
or
it can
medicine.
be with your friends or your family or in school or whatever.
Okay.
So just to show that there's many ways of feeling appreciated and acknowledged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is sweet.
Yeah, and we have an entire board here from a doctor also who thought this was the biggest acknowledgement for her, which are pictures from her patients that she has helped over time, and small letters and
So also
notes.
related to incontinence.
Yes. Yeah. So she worked up there.
Oh, that's really sweet.
I believe so. Yeah.
And so what is this?
This is an exhibition about gene tests and toothbrushes. And it's very related to the Danish healthcare system. So it's 4 major possibilities or explorations, which has is now a part of the Danish healthcare system. So we have dental care, which is free for people under the age of 18. Because there was a time before the start of the 20th century where young people, they just had all their teeth pulled out.
What?
Just
In Denmark?
just to prevent them from having cavities later on, and then in
all of them.
all of the teeth.
What?
And
Why?
then they received the denture, and they're coming of age present. So fake teeth. So
I did not expect this.
yeah. So it was a major change that this was actually free and was
So when was this again?
This is gathered from the school dental clinic here in Aarhus.
Okay.
Yeah, and the first clinics opened around the start of the 20th century.
Okay, so this is kind of recent, like people having their old teeth pulled out.
You could say that.
God. That's
so major change.
Yeah.
And we have toothbrushes because it's a great invention actually. No one thinks that it's anything special, but it's a tool that's so easy to use and it's very cheap to produce. And everyone can use it, everyone can buy it, and it makes such a big difference when using it.
Yeah, it's totally one of the things that you just use every day and you don't really think about it twice.
Exactly.
How important. Imagine if you could not brush your teeth.
Yeah, disgusting.
Yeah.
And we have a glass of teeth.
From
some of the dentists.
Right. And this is what they used instead?
Yeah, I think that is the denture. Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And how old were they when they had their teeth pulled out?
About confirmation time. So about 13, 14 years old, I would say.
Okay, that's not too bad. I thought it was like when it was early, but still.
Oh
my God, what a
traumatizing
experience.
Yeah.
What? Okay. So what else is in here?
We have an old Xray apparatus. So that's a major discovery too.
Oh, this is how you do it before.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And as
From
you can.
when is this?
Sorry?
From when is this?
I actually don't know. I'd say that it's in the start of the 20th century maybe. Quite old.
Yeah. This looks like a torture instrument.
And you could imagine that the doctors actually using this weren't that protected. So they had to go retire very early because of the radiation they were.
Do you know how would it be used?
Yeah, so we have a picture of here.
There.
So the doctor here, and then the patient in between this frame, and then the X-rays came out here, and then through the patient.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this actually didn't really protect anything.
No. Today you have to clear the room and
it's a really big procedure.
Yeah.
And it kind of the doctors are this is this is the new version of the okay. Yeah, but it's like, I don't know, it makes you think that it's a really scary thing. You're like, oh my god, you already did one X-ray this year? No, you cannot have another one.
Yeah.
And then these doctors were doing, what, every day or something?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that wasn't very healthy for them.
Yeah.
You could imagine.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, you saw these now. We have these, it's a task I like to do. Because there are a lot of choices that has to be made in the healthcare system, because you have to prioritize which fields you want to fund the most.
Okay. Yeah.
And you can't. You probably want to satisfy all, but it's very hard because you don't have the funds, the money to make everyone happy.
Yeah.
So I like to put these out and then make people choose two of these statements that they have to.
So you can only choose two.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the hard part.
Can you say what is it?
Yeah. So we have free dental care for grown-ups, for adults, and we have extra work on elderly homes and in the.
Like to assist at home?
Yeah. For elderly people. And then new medicine to increase the chances of surviving breast cancer.
So more like a after treatment medicine? Okay.
Just to the entire treatment. And then faster treatment for children and young with suffering from psychological diseases. And then that we need more doctors to make sure that that everyone in every parts of the country can access a doctor.
Okay. So would you say that this is kind of accurate nowadays? Like, is this like the topics that are being discussed nowadays?
I would say so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a great way to start a discussion because people come with different experiences and different. Just think differently about. What's the most important thing? And it's very difficult for them to weigh them up against each other because you want to help all.
Yeah. And how old are the children that come here? Is it also like 15?
13, 14, and up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And which of these would you say that are the most chosen ones? Let's say.
Cancer is a major. They like to fund this because it's something that they all hear of and they all know. We all know someone who has.
It's very close.
Yeah, who has had it or survived it or even died from it. So it's very relevant for them all. And then they also like this free dental care for grown-ups.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I would not think that this would be one of the picked ones.
No, but it's very different.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
but I feel like these are very difficult for them to choose between. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a bit heavy.
Yeah.
But it's very very important to start to think.